All right, Lions fans, we're coming back with another one. This one is, I guess I'm trying to hold back the excitement, but I just heard that a couple players is, I guess, going to be returning back to the field. I think Justin Coleman as well as Austin Bryant. Who knows how much they play or how many snaps they get, etc. A couple videos back, I would say possibly, I believe it was against the video that was recorded. The Lions were playing against the Saints, and I think right before that game, I think they had a visit with Jabal Sheard, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, he eventually ended up signing with Jacksonville. Of course, he probably regrets that. But anyway, they probably offer him a better deal than what the Lions are willing to offer. I get that. But I made a statement that the Lions, I was including them signing him, but they didn't. Okay. I said players were about to start getting healthy. And that was, I think it was right after they were playing the Saints game. I think they was winning up in the first for second quarter. I forgot. I don't know exactly what it was, what time of the video that was made. That Adrian Peterson had bust one. I think Stafford had just threw an interception, something of the sort, and Adrian Peterson bust one for like 14 yards or something like that. And I got really, really excited. And I said that's all what the team needed was somebody to pull them out of that sunken hole. You know, when the Lions do a miscue or there's an error or there's a mental mistake or there's some kind of, if they have momentum going and then a mistake happens, it's like all like the dam of to block many rivers. It just fall to pieces, and the floodgates, just non-existence, and the flood just the Lions just plummet when they get to a little mistake. They plummet. They've done that for years. I mean, decades, if you want to say it that way. I say all that to say, at the time that I made that video, and even making that statement, I said the Lions are about to get healthy. And they finished when after Adrian Peterson did that, I said that's all I need. I said they could lose double digits. They could lose by double digits. But it doesn't matter. I saw what I need to see. I saw them fight back. So last week they played against Jacksonville, and after the game, I mean actually during the game, I made a video of saying that the Lions turned the corner and they're finna go on a run. They're finna go on a winning streak run. Between the players starting to return, but here's the significant point. Why I say they're finna go on a run, and it got nothing to do with far as like Patricia so-called allegedly been on the hot seat. All that's garbage. That's trash. And y'all can really say that anybody that's on that bandwagon with that. Quinn and Patricia's not going anywhere. They will bring you a Super Bowl. And I'm not talking about no imaginary deal or no kind of pun intended type stuff, but people, be sarcastic and they make their little jokes. But no, they are going to present Detroit Lions their first Super Bowl, Quinn and Patricia. They're finna go on a run. They're finna go on, I say, a 3 to 4 game win streak. The last video I said the Lions should rack up at least 150 to 200 yard rushing attack per game. With that being said, I also included how the secondary. Well, I didn't say this statement then, but I'm going to say it now. This secondary is going to be elite. Why I say that? Because when Okudah first played, his first game that he played, he made that, I think he made a tackle or something like that, and it was like a nice little hit. that sent a wave along with what Adrian Peterson established. That sent a wave through the rest of the defense. What Stafford needed was somebody with teeth. That's why Adrian Peterson is like so forever like perfect for Stafford. Even if he don't get the touches, even let's say DeAndre Swift and Kerryon Johnson or Bo Scarborough or whoever else get all the touches, right? And Adrian Peterson don't get no touches. By him being in the locker room is what Stafford needed. Stafford never had a guy on that stature. He had Megatron when Megatron was coming in. Megatron wasn't developed yet. He wasn't the Hall of Famer yet. So Stafford was making a lot of mistakes. Now Stafford has a Hall of Famer who he looks at and says, like, I seen him play personally against himself, as well as throughout the league. His game take speaks for itself. So by him, he also Adrian Peterson made the statement that telling Stafford, I have never had an elite quarterback. And he says Stafford is elite quarterback. All Stafford ever needed was that one guy in the locker room that he truly, truly, truly respected. Don't get me wrong, he respects his players. But it's like, it's one thing for your peers to say it. Then it's another thing that a person who steps outside of being just a peer, even though they may be in the same age bracket, but they like a man among children. You know, they just I don't know, they just got it and they just take the next step forward. Adrian Peterson gave teeth to Stafford. Stafford is going to be a different guy. He's going to be a different guy. Oh man, and DeAndre Swift with Hawkinson. I'm not going to even talk about Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay is like a luxury pick. They can keep him or not. It doesn't matter. DeAndre Swift and TJ Hawkinson. Those two is what Stafford need in terms of an offense. Look at Kenny Golladay as a Michael Irvin type of guy. I mirror this team as like that 92, 93 to, let's say, 92 to 95 Cowboy run. Dallas Cowboys with Jimmy Johnson / Barry Switzer. His team is it's like a mirror image of this. It's just a mirror image. With that being said, about the secondary, what that hit Okudah did, if you notice how when Duron Harmon got those first two interceptions, that's one thing. I think he got one in the same game that Jamie Collins got one, and so to speak. And so I believe he has 3 on the year, if I'm not mistaken. Duron Harmon is the anchor in the secondary. If Trey Flowers is the anchor for the defensive line, Duron Harmon is the anchor for the secondary. They're going to play off his tone. If Duron Harmon comes in where he's not playing good, that defense may have to pick him up. But he's setting the tone, the atmosphere in the secondary. That secondary is nasty. And this is not no hype video where I'm trying to make something to be that it's not. Look how they are attacked. Have you ever seen the Lions secondary? You could go back to, I'm not going to go back to Night Train Lane and all that good stuff and Dick LeBeau. I'm not going to go back to that far. But you talk about from Dre Bly and that group. You could say Benny Blades, Ray Crockett, and the original big play. It was Willie Clay. He was actually I don't know if Darius Slay got his name from that, but he was big play Willie Clay back back in the day. But anyway, from that one to Dre Bly to all the way up to where we are now, I have never seen a secondary be that impactful as a unit. Maybe as an individual here and there, but they hit. I mean, Okuda gonna hit, a Warrior gonna hit, Harmon gonna hit, Tracy Walker gonna hit. Justin Coleman coming in. I don't want to call it like a Legion of Boom or nothing like that, but remember when Ronnie Lott had his group in San Francisco? I think Don Griffin and so forth. They were a very aggressive type deal. I think I absolutely the Okuda pick. I absolutely love this pick, and I'm gonna make two statements, and everybody's going to disagree with that. They're probably going to hear this. Kenny Golladay is better than Calvin Johnson already better than Calvin Johnson, and Okuda is already better than Darius Slay. Now I'm talking about their time was here, of course. Megatron didn't play anywhere else, but they're already better than those two. Somebody will say, "Man, Calvin Johnson's a Hall of Famer." Those stats don't mean anything. They don't mean anything. He impacted the game in a way that was cool. I get that, but he's not my top 3, top 4 receiver of all time. I was almost part of an argument if he was in his time. You got the Julios, you got the AJ Greens, and you got those type of guys, and he was nice. He was nice. But Calvin Johnson was nice, but he just don't do it for me. Why do I say Kenny Golladay is better? Kenny Golladay gonna go get it. He put me in the mind of Michael Irvin. Just throw me the ball. I think Calvin Johnson was like, I don't have to say anything. My talent speaks for itself. What I say, I don't have to do it. No, Kenny Golladay is like the Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan type attitude. And I think Calvin Johnson is more so the Barry Sanders type of guy. I have the talent. And if you could say a LeBron James-esque type, I have the talent, but I don't have to say much. Kenny Golladay is like, no, just give me the ball, I make a play. I guarantee you, like, I'll make a play. Just give me the ball, I'll make a play. Like, if it's like, for example, if the Lions is losing in the fourth quarter and they down a score with they own a 2-minute drive or something like that, Kenny Golladay just like, give me the ball. I can't say if Calvin Johnson was like that or not. I just don't see it. I see Calvin Johnson as a talent. I don't even think he's on Randy Moss level. He's not on Terrell Owens level. He's take away his stature of his abilities, such as like being 6'5", 4'2", and he could jump out. And you take all that away. I don't think he was that good. He was okay. He was okay to me. As far as and going to the Okuda, why I say Okuda is better than Darius Slay. Darius Slay, I never seen him hit. They picking on Okuda. Okuda is a monster, man. He is a monster. His head is like he's mentally this tough. You can get in Darius Slay head. That's why he talked a lot. But Okuda is a monster. The best thing that they did was surround him with guys like Trufant, Deron Harmon, He already got the upcoming breeds. Now, Tracy Walker, the Warriors, they're gonna feed man. Oh man, that secondary is so out cold. I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna close out with this. The Lions on defense is one player away from being elite defense. I mean, elite, not a good defense like a Terrell Austin type defense. I'm talking about elite defense. When you talk about elite, talk about the Bears and those sorts of teams like that, where they just dominant. Detroit is one player away from being dominant on defense. With that being said, Lions fans, I salute.